it now. So I'll send the recording to you guys just so you can have a copy of it. But also I wanted to put together quite a comprehensive doc, just breaking it down for you guys. And then I will jump into one of my dummy accounts in Ads Manager, and I'll create a Facebook ad and I'll run you through it. So if you guys have any questions, we'll go through it at the end. But just to get into it, my name's Steve. I help fit pros basically generate leads and convert them into high-ticket clients. And we use a number of different methods to help our clients do that. Organic paid strategies. And we use my software called 𝗬𝗏𝗏 to help people do that as well. So today we're going to focus on the $5 Facebook ad strategy. So really how this strategy works, it focuses on creating the Facebook advert. So we don't use what most people use, which is a traditional like conversion objective. We actually use an engagement objective, which I'll go through with you shortly. And that instantly drops the prices because the conversion objective, its core focus is to get people to either pay or to give their details to you so that you can send them a free training or resource, whatever it may be. Whereas this, we get people to watch the video, they comment on the video to get a free resource, and then you move that conversation into Messenger. And once you get them into Messenger, then you give them the free resource and then guide them onto a sales call. That's the pipeline that you go through. And that has probably been one of the most cost-effective strategies that my clients have utilized, because it's not requiring them to have to spend $25 to $40 down ads, just as a baseline. If you're going to run conversion ads, you need to at least minimum, I'd probably say more towards the 40 per day just to start getting some results. But you can run your first ad $5 per day. And and a lot of people don't know what to include in that advert. So what I've done is I've included here a link that you can use, and that will go to this document here. And I'll run through this document. I'll run through this document in a second. But some action steps that you can both take after this training is launch 2 to 3 Facebook ads with their own separate $5 per day ad spend. Okay. Review the results at the end of 7 days using the ad metrics that we're going to go through. I'm going to show you how you can set this up also in Facebook Ads Manager. It's really, really cool. And also by the end of the week, you'll be able to get a really good idea of, are these ads performing based off the metrics I've given to you guys, or should I stop them and create something else? And I'll also will go through, if the ads aren't hitting certain KPIs, what does that mean? So you understand what's actually going on in Ads Manager, because a lot of people will launch ads and they're really just looking at getting the cheapest cost per lead. But here, because it's not a conversion advert, we got to look at different metrics to help guide our decisions. So I'm just going to quickly jump into awareness content. So awareness content, that's really focused on providing high value content that gives clarity to your audience. So one of the key things that a lot of people struggle with, well, a lot of people create content, but it's more so focused on like gym selfies, or taking a photo of them doing an exercise or nutrition meals that they're creating in a day, whatever it may be. But people don't understand what the exact process is, right? Like, they understand they're going to help them lose weight, but what's the process? Are you doing keto? Are you doing, intermittent fasting? Are you doing HIIT training? What are you doing? So the lack of clarity is one of the number one reasons why people don't buy. So what we have to do is we have to show them who we are, how we can help them, and also the buyer's journey to success. So what we do is we create what we call 2-step posts. And this is really just based off the awareness content. And we get people to learn more about different aspects that we cover off, such as like training, nutrition, and mindset. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this stuff here, but what I would recommend doing when I'm just going to go down here because we've only got a limited amount of time. I'm going to go straight to the post itself. But what you want to do is you want to think about the starting point for your client. So they're overweight, not happy, and where they want to be, dream outcome in 12 weeks, and think about all of the different challenges that they have to overcome in order for them to go from point A to point B at the end of 12 weeks. And you create content that addresses each of those points. So for example, my niche was dads, and one of the first obstacles that they had to overcome was, how do I find enough time to be able to do this? So I would create content showing them how they can still fit in their training regime, so that they can still get lean and achieve their result in 12 weeks. So an example of that would look like this one right here, which is HIIT training. So you'd think about, well, what's the headline that would address this problem being time? So this one is focused more on mums. Is your busy mum schedule getting in the way of you training and losing weight? You want to think about what's the promise of value. So this will focus on what they will achieve by watching this video, consuming this content. So in today's video, I'll introduce you to a highly effective training method that you can implement immediately, whether at home or in the gym, to achieve quick results in just 15 minutes per day. And then you want to have a call to action, and this will increase your reach and engagement of the post. So this is the part where you want them to comment. So plus, if you stay to the end of this video, I'll give away a free nutrition plan that you can use with your training program that will help boost your energy levels and speed up your weight loss. Then you want to go through a quick humble brag. So it's just sharing a bit about who you are. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bailey, and I help busy mums lose up to 10 kgs and build their body confidence in 12 weeks. Help hundreds of mums achieve incredible transformations using my holistic approach that educates mums on how they can get their dream body without being on a drastic diet or training program. Then you want to restate the promise of value that's up here, right? So I want to share with you one of the most effective training methods you can use today that only requires 15 minutes of your day. This method is called HIIT training. Then what you'll see is, because you'll get access to this doc here, you'll see in this quick part, I'm explaining what HIIT training is. So actually explaining the science of it, because some people may not even know what HIIT training is or have never even heard of it before. And then I explain why this method is one of the most effective methods to use. And then I go and cover off in this final part how to actually execute a HIIT program. And what it covers off what it is, why is it important, and so why they should do it, and then how they can do it. And that gives people clarity. They're like, okay, cool, I can see all the parts to why I should actually follow, in this example, Bailey's approach to losing weight, which is HIIT training. And then at the end, you got your call to action, and you can say, so if you're a busy mum and you want my free nutrition plan that will help you boost your energy levels and speed up your weight loss results, then drop me a line below this video and I'll send it to your directly to your messenger. No email or any kind of opt-in required. My gift to you for watching my video. Now, the reason why I actually put this here is because a number of times people don't want to give their email, right? If you've got them on Messenger, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok, wherever, you've got them somewhere, right? Like they're in your ecosystem already. And a lot of people will probably say, hey, can you just like send me the doc? Because I don't actually want to type in my email or opt in. And this is what I found out at the very, very start of my journey. So a lot of people didn't want to do it, unless it was like something of like really high value. So for me, what I'll do is I'll give the doc, and it'll be like a Google Doc like this. And at the end, you just put a little message saying, hey, if you want some more help, click my link to book on a 15-minute call. And then you can go through it on that call, right? So it's like a little call to action. But also what I would do is when I would move that conversation from that comments into Messenger, one of the key parts that a lot of people get wrong is that when they send them a message, they most likely will say, hey, hey, Sally, thanks for commenting on my post. Here's the free nutrition plan. The problem with that is that a lot of people will get ghosted. because they've just dropped the value and there's no rapport, there's no conversation. The person has no reason why to continue that conversation with you. Whereas if you go into Messenger and you say, hey Sally, noticed that you needed some help with your nutrition. Could you please let me know, are you looking to lose weight or get toned? Like put on some size, or build your glutes, or whatever your market is. And then that would open up a question. I mean, up a conversation, and then you can say, hey, that's cool. What are you doing at the moment? Are you following some nutrition plan at the moment? What's your training regime like? What have you, like, how long have you been following this process for? What's your results been like? So you diagnose the whole problem, and then you get to the point where you say, cool, so based on what you've shared with me, I think this document will be great. And then you just send it through, and then you continue that conversation and say, hey, would it be worth 50 minutes of your time if we jump on a quick call? Because this plan that I'm sending to you is just a template, right? It'll help you get some great results in like 7 to 10 days. But what a lot of people don't understand is that if you don't have something that's customized to you, that plan won't be really effective after that 7 to 10 days, because it's not personalized. And you can talk a little bit about periodization if you want to talk to them about that to make it a bit more sciencey. And then from there, you send them the link, because it's giving them value, right? Like you say, jump on a call. I'll go through what you can do to periodize this, and then you can take this away, this information, and do it on your own. Now, a lot of people don't like that last part, do it on your own, because they think, oh, they're not going to buy from me. But this is the kicker. If you go to a mechanic and you say, and your car's broken down, and they say, hey, the problem with your car is your gearbox, it's broken down. What I could do is I could either show you how to do it, and then you can go away and do it yourself, or I could fix it up for you. Now, the mechanic could literally just break it down, take a video of it, show you how to do it, but it's not information that people actually need. They need accountability, and they'll just realize through that call that you have with them, if you actually talk to them properly about the science behind it, and you talk to them about the implications if they don't calculate their macros, they don't do the correct calculations for their macros or their training, it could affect the metabolism, libido. They could lose muscle, they could put on fat, all of that kind of stuff. If you go through the full scope with them, they'll realize it's actually not as simple as calories in, calories out. Does that kind of make sense? Because a lot of people, they don't want to share information because they're scared that people won't buy. But people don't need more info, they need accountability. And even if they go away and take the doc, you just follow up with an automation in a month's time and just say, hey, just wanted to check in. How did you find the last month? Like, I'd love to hear like how much weight you lost. And if they come back and they say, hey, I've only lost 1 kg in the last month, and they've told you that their goal was 10 kgs, right? They wanted to lose 10 kgs in 12 weeks. You can say, hey, look, hey man, that's a good start. Just based off what we were talking about 4 weeks ago, you said that you wanted to lose 10 kgs in 12 weeks. Well, at this rate, you're probably looking at another 9 months to hit that 10 kg mark. Is that something that you're happy to wait around for, or would you like me to help you do that in the next 12 weeks? That's it. And that gives them more power in making that decision, because it's providing logic and pain, because they're realizing that they can't achieve that goal by themselves. Next example that you could use for an advert is periodization. And I think this is one topic that really changed the game for me, that I use quite a bit when I was going through sales calls or in my content, was talking about periodization, because a lot of people didn't know what this really meant, or even heard of that word. Whereas us three, we obviously know what that means. So we can use it to our advantage, because it tells people that they need to actually understand what they're doing. Otherwise, they're not going to get a great result. So headline, have you ever started a fitness program only to see your results stall after the first month? Promise of value. In the next 3 minutes, I'll break down the science behind why this happens and give you clear, actionable steps to take every 4 weeks to ensure you keep seeing results. Call to action. Plus, if you stay to the end of this video, I'll share how you can get access to my free rapid results training program that will help you get lean and strong. So then you'd go through your brag, restate your promise, you talk to them about periodization, go through the science, how it all works, right? And this helps you addresses the limiting belief that they don't need your help, right? That they can do this on your own. And that's the point of these posts, is that we want to address people's limiting beliefs and help them shift it. Because the more that we can shift these limiting beliefs, you know, when we get to the end of the sales conversations, they won't have that as an objection, right? Where they think, oh, I can go do this by myself. They won't, because if you've literally shown them through your content these belief shifting posts, that stops them from thinking those thoughts, right? So when you think about any of the other posts that you create in the future, you can also think about, well, what's the common objections that I usually get when I have a sales call with people, and you just address that in all of your content, and that gets people over the line. Also, you got your call to action here, and then that's where you get people to comment for your free training program. The last one is identity shift. So this goes through mindset. So what you want to think about is 3 different pieces of content that you think would be highly valuable to your market, and it needs to solve one immediate problem. So like, for example, with mine, how I was saying before, it was dads, I would use HIIT training or training, right? If it was for, say, women 45 plus, I would probably create something around how to eat and train around your menopause. You know, if it was men 50 plus, I'd probably say, hey, here's 3 ways to boost your testosterone levels naturally using training nutrition methods, whatever it may be, and then go through it. And then the promise of value, that the thing that you sorry, not promise of value, the call to action, the thing that you want to give away, that needs to accelerate the process, right? So it has to complement it. So you can't, so you wouldn't create a like a post like this, the HIIT training post, and then at the end you say, hey, if you wait till the end of this video, I'll give you my free visualization workshop, because that has nothing to do with that, right? It's quite separate. Whereas if you complemented the HIIT training with a nutrition plan, or if you did, like, for example, nutrition plan, you're talking about nutrition in your video, and you'd say, hey, I'll give you access to my macro calculator, right? And that's a great one, because you can get people to enter in the age, weight, and height, and the activity level, and then you can say, cool, hey, can you come back to me and tell me how many calories, you know, how many calories that you need to consume per day based off the calculator. And then when they do in Messenger, like as you're talking to them in Messenger, you can say, hey, how about we jump on a quick call? I can go through a simple nutrition plan that you can follow that will help you get kickstarted. Jump on the call, go through their goals again, give them the program, and then say, hey, you know, this will only get you so far. Talk about periodization, customization, all of that kind of stuff. How about I show you a way to speed this up? Go through the sale. So moving forward, I'll give you guys a copy of this. I'll actually will just I'll grab the link and I'll just drop it in here, so you guys can click on that. And cool, I've just put that into the chat. So all you need to do is just go file and download it, and then it'll be on your PC. Cool. Coming back to the $5 ad strategy. So we're just going to go through setting this up. I've just broken down how you can set it up at each level. So campaign, ad set, and ad level. Okay. So we're just going to go through that now. So jumping into my dummy account, click on engagement. And I usually recommend manual engagement campaign. Now, in terms of the naming, what I do is I will usually name it based off these 3 things at the campaign level. So we're in the funnel, your sales funnel. Is this campaign? Is it top of funnel? So people who don't know you, middle of funnel, people who are warm, or bottom of funnel, people who, you know, basically ready to buy. So I'll use so for this one for you guys, I'd recommend saying top of funnel. And then you can say what's the campaign objective. Okay, so it'd be engagement campaign, and then also the campaign name itself. So like 5-day challenge. So I'll just copy this one just for the purposes of this example. So go through that, and then we will just go through next. And then at the top here, we're going to, at the ad set level, the naming that I would use would be what is the, I'm just going to show you, go click on your ad. What is the engagement type? So I'll say video views, because that's what we're going to be optimizing this for as well. And the audience over here. Okay, so just going to select that. Put that there. So make sure you select on your ad over here. Make sure video views is selected. Okay, and then you want to come down here, select your daily budget for this advert. To select $5. Whoops, cool. Start date, end date, you can do that. I usually just let it run. And then over here, this is where you would, under advantage plus audience, I'd switch to original audience options. Okay. And this allows us to be more specific with where we're wanting to target. So you could go edit. I'm in New Zealand, but I will go to USA. And then Canada. Cool. And then you just select your age over here. If you're just doing one gender, you select whatever the gender, or both if you're selecting all. Now, if you're going demographics, this one I don't like when I advise my clients. Depending if you're doing something real specific like dads or mums, or maybe like CEOs or someone like with a certain like job title, I would then insert, like, try and find it here. Otherwise, I would kind of keep this bit broad just so you can capture everybody within that age and also gender demographic. So, for example, if you're going to use like target parents, this is how I did it. I just went parents, all parents, and I would select all, and I'll just select all of these options here. All right. Parents. Yeah, I'll just literally just select all of these options, and just, I'm not going to go through it all because there's quite a few, as you can see, but I'll just select all of them. And if it was, for example, dads, I would just select men only. Okay, so that's how I would do it. Or if you're wanting to select like CEOs, you can type up find people based off the job titles. Okay, so you could do that as well. And then what you want to do is some people say you can select this. I try to not do that, because sometimes it can actually go quite outside of your demographic, and you're spending money on things that's not really, based off who you're trying to target. So I just don't even select that. Now, all languages, I actually type in English, right? So I actually go through that and I add these in, just because I want to make sure that even though we're going into those like first world countries like America and also Canada, there's still people outside of that who don't speak English that live in those countries. Then I'd go edit under placements, go manual placements. And then what I would do here is I would unselect Messenger, because we're doing this as a video view campaign, and would unselect audience network. And we would just keep Facebook and Instagram selected. Okay. Now what we would do, unselect all of that, and then we'd just select Facebook feed and Instagram feed only. You'd come over here, unselect all of that. Okay. Unselect all of that. Unselect all of that. And again, you're only keeping those two points selected. Then you'd go next. Okay. And then the name for the ad level would be basically just a reference name to the image or video being used. So for example, if I was going to take a video of myself in the gym, I would just put that here. Okay. Some people would just say image 1, image 2, or video 1, video 2. really up to you. I don't think this part is necessarily important because you'll be able to figure it out yourself. It's really just important to name at the top two levels your campaigns properly, because it allows you to sort for things a lot quicker. Make sure that your Facebook and Instagram account has been selected. Then you want to come down here. You can add the video, upload the video to it, okay? Or you can click upload and then find the video here. Actually, I'll just upload I'll just upload a random video here. That's for the purpose of this, okay? And then what you want to do is the primary text here. So because you've written this out, right, all you need to do is, you can see there's this point over here, this middle point over here, and this third point over here. These are highlighted. This is what you copy and paste into the advert. So when you go to create this whole post yourself, whether you use this stuff, I'd highly recommend testing it. You can also test this organically, because if it works organically, then technically it should work if you put it up on a paid ad, because a paid ad is really just organic content with money behind it. So what you'll do is you'll just copy this first part, the headline. You come to Ads Manager, paste it there, enter. In today's video, paste that there, enter, and then call to action, enter. And that is it. That is it. And then you hit publish. And the thing about this whole setup here is that this is exactly what you would say anyways in your video ad, right? So all of these points that we've gone through here is what you will say in your video ad. So when you go to create your post, my recommendation is just delete these parts. You'll just delete each of these parts, insert whatever you're going to talk about, and then just know that you're going to be reading this entire script out, and that you're only going to be using these the first 3 points up here as your copy for your advert or for an organic post. Now, coming back to the KPIs, this is quite an important part. I'm just going to click out of that. So there are three metrics that we want to look for. So this is the hook rate, the hold rate, and the cost per 25% video view. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how you can actually set this up so you can customize your columns to be able to view these metrics. So for the hook rate, what we would do is we would go here, customize columns. Okay, and as you can see, I've already got it here, but I will actually delete it just for the purposes of, I'm going to, where do I delete that? Edit, there we go. I wasn't selecting. So I'm just going to delete it so I can show you how to actually set one of these up. So we're going to go with the cost per 25% video view. I'm just going to copy that. So what you do is just come back here, create custom metric, okay? Insert that name here, cost per 25% video view. And then all you'll need to do is just come here, just copy this, amount spent. Okay. Go to the top, paste, select that, 25% video views. Okay, let's come back here. And you can see this is an equation, right? So you go divided, because you can see I had a slash on the other page, and then paste. And that should come up. 25. Oh yeah, video plays at 25%. Cool. And then you would go create metric. Okay. And this is what you would just do. You just follow this whole setup with hook rate and also hold rate. And then what you'll do is you'll just select those three, go apply. Okay. Now say setup error because I haven't hit publish. But what you'll find is that at the very end here, you'll see the cost per 25% video view, the hold rate, and the hook rate. Okay. Now, what we're wanting to really look for is for the hook rate, it needs to be at least 40% or more. Okay. the hold rate, it needs to be 8% or more. And the cost per video view needs to be at least under $1. Okay. Now, if it goes over $1, like $1.05, that's fine, right? One thing to note is if you're getting 0 comments, this is why it's happening. So if you look at the hook rate, and if it's not at least 40%, it means that your creative is not good enough. So it's not stopping people scrolling their newsfeed. And you need a pattern interrupt to stop people. And some people will think that it's the copy. No, it's really whatever you share, if it's a video or image. Okay, so you need to change that up. Now the hold rate, it needs to be at least 8% plus. So if it's not that, if it's underneath that, it means that people may not want to hear your promise of value. So what's the purpose of that post that you're sharing? So if it's HIIT training, they may not want to hear about HIIT training or what you're going to be speaking about in terms of that topic HIIT training. So you need to test that out. Cost per 25% video views. If that's not under $1, what that means is that you either took too long in the intro and you didn't get straight to the point. So sometimes in the first part of the advert, people will talk too much about themselves, right? Or they'll just talk too much about the promise of value without actually getting into it. Or they're talking too much about like other parts of the promise of value that they were going to go through in the middle part, when they essentially could have just left that to the middle part. So you just need to really, like my recommendation is like when you're creating these 3 points at the start, keep it very short, clear, and concise, right? Especially the humble rag, you could probably try and keep that to like 1 line, 2 sentences max. Otherwise, people will just get bored because it's like there's no value in that. Retargeting audience. So the purpose of this whole strategy as well is we want to create an audience based off 25% video views. So people who watch at least 25% of your videos, we want to retarget them with middle of funnel content, so ads. And then from that point, we would also, from middle of funnel, retarget those people with bottom of funnel ads. And that would really just get people buying your stuff. So with this, we also have a strategy which goes through our 60-second reels, right? So it talks to you about how you can, because you've got the awareness content here, but if you want to use our 60-second reels, just send me a message and I can give you the doc to see what that looks like. And you can utilize both of those, create audiences. The 60-second reel, by the way, it will be based off 95% video view because it's only 60 seconds, whereas the awareness content is anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes long. Okay, so it's a slightly a bit longer form content. Now, what I do is I usually move clients to my to phase 2 of the strategy, which is middle of funnel. Once they hit these KPIs, so it's once they've hit at least 2 of the awareness content ads, it's hitting above those KPIs that I've gone through above. And also at least 2 of the 60-second reels is hitting above those KPIs above as well. And you've also got over 1,000 people in your audience to retarget later on, because you need a certain number of people in your audience to be able to retarget them. And then also you're having at least 100 messenger conversations in Messenger from that advert. Okay. Now, if you're not hitting those KPIs, I usually say to people, just hold back, keep going through this ad, keep refining different parts of the advert, or changing the topics or ad angles. Otherwise, if you move on to the next phase, which is like retargeting middle funnel ads, you'll find that those costs will be a little bit more higher. Now, I'm running another workshop in a week's time on Tuesday, 6th of August. But for us, so that's the American time zone, but for us, it will be in our time zone because we're both in New Zealand and Aussie. So this workshop, it's a free workshop. And I'm going to be running a lot of workshops over the coming months, just to really help give you guys a lot of value. So this workshop, we're going to be covering off how you can use AI to fill your calendar with hundreds of leads while you're doing other fun things. We're also going to go through how you can get potential clients to the point where they're ready to buy. And we're also going to go through our system that's called 𝗬𝗏𝗲𝗏, that shows you how you can onboard 50, 100, or even 1,000 brand new clients in one day if you've got like an online business. Because a lot of things that I struggled with initially when I went online was that I had to start and stop my marketing because I couldn't onboard a lot of clients on one hit. But 𝗬𝗏𝗲𝗏 allows you guys to be able to do that. And then also we're going to go through how to use virtual assistants to run and grow your business. And also, for those of you who's watching this replay as well, if you're still feeling stuck, if you're still a bit confused on this entire strategy, feel free to book in a complimentary call with me. There is no sale on the call. We're just going to go through how to set this up. And like, for example, I was talking with Brad at the start. He was wanting some help with niche. Wherever you guys are within your current business, happy to jump on a quick call, go through a strategy based off where you're at, and then you can utilize that and take that away yourself and do it on your own. But based off that, I'm just going to quickly stop sharing my screen with you guys. If I can. Did both of you guys get that that doc in the chat? Yep, sweet, cool. Where's my Zoom link? There it is. So, did you guys have any questions about any of those points that I just covered off there? I'll let you go first, Wes.
Yeah, look, Steve, I suppose is it predominantly for online PTs, or you're just saying like you can utilize it? All right, cool. But when you're talking about onboarding that many clients, like for me that would be like overwhelming, right?
yeah. I mean, okay. And that's what I mean is like there needs to be like automations and AI or incorporated into the whole process. Like for example, with like that webinar that's coming up next week. That's a live one. When you go through it, I could have 1,000 coming through, and having emails and text campaigns and all that kind of stuff go through. Even people when they go through like my software in 𝗬𝗏𝗲𝗏, they literally just get automations being fired to them, and it allows me to not have to do all of that stuff manually, because it's I struggled. I struggled with that at the very start. I could only take on I think at the very start back in 2017, I'd take on about 10 clients max in a week, or else I'd just be stressed because I was just doing PT online. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions?
No, probably just trying to work out for me it's just around getting a bit of a structure for the launch. We've agreed to terms on the premises, and then it's like, okay, well, when do we start? What are we doing? Yeah,
because I used to work with a lot of F45 gyms, and also other gyms like Les Mills, Les Mills as well over here in Auckland. And when we're going through that kind of stuff, I mean, they usually give you like a launch kind of schedule, don't they? Like a structure to it.
Not in a franchise anymore, mate.
Oh, okay, sure. So, I mean, if you want to have a quick chat about that later, just book in a call, and I can bounce some ideas off with you, and then you can go launch it. But this strategy would probably be more so after the launch. I probably wouldn't. I mean, you could do it. You could do some of it pre-launch, but I probably wouldn't make this the main strategy for the launch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just kind of sprinkle that here and there within it. And also like testing it. Sorry?
I'm just checking out your 𝗬𝗏𝗲𝗏 platform as well.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. No worries, Brad. But anyways, just hit that link there, and you can book a call on that doc, and we can have a chat about it. And then I've got also Brad. He's just jumped off, so I'll message him afterwards. TK, I know you, TK. I'll talk to you later on. Good to see you.
I actually did so much work last night for end of month. For the first time ever, I got blocked on Facebook and Messenger. It says your account's temporarily blocked because and I forgot that I sent a lot of messages out manually, but I didn't change them up, and that's why that 𝗀𝗏𝗲 platform's so good at the Genius Connector and Messenger, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. Helps you automate a lot of the stuff. Hey.
Yeah.
So TK is using my my platform at the moment, Wes, with her personal training business, and it's yeah, it's helping her a lot with the automations, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I'm of a generation where the technology has been scary and it's taken a long time, but I've had to follow your voice and fall in love with the process, and now I'm excited about it all, rather than thinking, oh gosh, now I'm just like, just one step at a time. How hard is it? It's not flying to the moon, So I've had to go back and just do little things one at a time. And I've certainly seen the value in it last week when I've really been pumping out the messages.
Yeah. I mean, especially like sending out messages to when people commenting on the posts. Like there was one post that I had, they had like 80 people comment on it, and I was like, man, that for me to do, like, get back to everybody is that'll be quite a lot of work. Yeah. But good to have you on here, TK. I'll see you on the next workshop next week. But if you don't have any other questions, Wes, sorry.
Did you record this?
Yep, I've recorded this.
Oh, cool, because I missed the first bit because I was racing around trying to find the link because I was blocked on Facebook.
That's right. I'll put up a post in the group to share this with everybody as well. Cool.
Wonderful.
No worries. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.